Please do not do cross talks. Avoid that. With this, I welcome you to 457 meeting of the Toastmasters, Millennium City Toastmasters Club. Friends, to succeed in life, everyone has a mission. Similarly, we as a club collectively have a mission. The mission of our Toastmaster Club is, I would request everyone to speak after me. Mission of our Toastmaster Club is to provide supportive and positive learning experience in which every member is given equal opportunity to develop communication and leadership skill, which in turn fosters personal development, communication skills, and leadership skills. With this, I formally announce start of the meeting, and I would like to invite our presiding officer who is dashing and who plays flute very well. Any guesses? Yeah, Dipanshu. So with this, I would like to invite Dipanshu.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So welcome everyone to meeting number 457. It means that this club is meeting every Sunday for almost 9 years now. Today is a very special meeting. I can see the excitement we have. DTM Nimisha to present our TMOD session in front of us today. Before that, I have some announcements to be made. First was like we have relaunched our age-old practice of NCTC of Toastmaster of the Month award. So requesting every member to please come, take roles, be proactive, because everything you do in the club, bringing a guest, being available on the social media, is counted by the EC, and we will in the end we will give the Toastmaster of the Month award to the most proactive people in our club. So with this, since I can see we have no guests today, let's do not do any further ado. Let's invite our Toastmaster of the day for today, which is none other than Toastmaster DTM Nimisha Singla. A fun fact about Nimisha is that she achieved her DTM in just under 2 years. And to all who doesn't know what the DTM is like the highest award given to any Toastmaster. It's like after completing 2 bars, taking a district role, it's like the highest tippy top of Toastmasters. Distinguished Toastmasters. Yeah. So with this, please, with a good round of applause, invite our very own DTM Nimisha.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Thank you so much. Saturday Ram, the president, has already built up energy in this room. So today we are going to talk about the who are you answerable to? Okay, tell me the first response that you receive or you just that comes to your mind. What is that?
Self.
Right? Then why we are giving answers to everyone around us if we are only answerable to us?
We are not giving answers.
Maybe you don't. But there are people in the room who said yes, that yes they do give apart from themselves.
I think just to get the revalidation, like we are in confusion and we try to revalidate what was thinking of.
And to whom we do that? With whom we do that? We give them that particular explanation. Who are those?
To be
Friends, family, office, colleague.
You are giving your colleagues, right? Do you think you are answerable to your colleagues? Okay, let me tell you one story, or probably a personal anecdote. I was in the grocery shop at my hometown, and my mother was away from me. And this one aunt, she came, "Oh, how are you doing, beta? It's been so long. Are you getting married? Are you married?" And I felt like um, I was confused whether I should answer her or not. According to you, how many of you think that I should answer to her? What if that lady has a very big importance in my life or in our family's life? Then do you think she has a contribution in our family? Do you think should I be answering to her? See, so that depends on the situation, where that person stands in your life, right? That right now, today we are going to concentrate on whom, not what are the questions or what are the state of the mind. Yes, we are going to discuss about that because that also hampers when we are in the company of certain person. If we are talking about a mother, if we are talking about a wife, kids, you give, how many of you have kids? You give foolish answer to your kids on their foolish questions because you feel that they are learning. You still answer right. You don't define that particular thing on the basis of the question. We will discuss more about this, and we will talk about this. So let us, since I don't see any guests, but still I would like to tell the flow of the meeting. Of every Toastmasters meeting, it starts with the prepared speeches. So every member who has adopted pathways, they will prepare an assignment from their pathways, and they will come here and present based on the timings that are allotted for the assignment. And the second section comes with the impromptu speeches. We are done with the prepared ones. Now we want to work on impromptu speaking skills. What if our boss asks and we are sleeping in the meeting? We have to answer him or her somehow, right? So we should be that much prudent enough to give that answer, right? And the third section is the evaluation section. Every one of us has performed, but we do need feedback. What are the strengths and where we can work on? So for the third section, let me just, we have the leader of the third section, that is evaluation section, is journal evaluator. So let me call our journal evaluator for today. Alright, I do not have a habit of physical meeting, so I don't have a habit of speaking at the word. So Toastmaster Abhishek Soni, I welcome with a round of applause.
In Toastmasters, we believe until unless we do not evaluate the speaker, he can't grow. And the evaluation is done to motivate the speaker. And if the evaluation is done in a correct way, and the people and the speaker taking in the right direction, whom we are evaluating, then it can do wonderful. He can not only do wonder in the Toastmaster club, but in his daily life and personal growth. The purpose of the evolution is to make the speaker better than today. And this can be done by guiding him and informing him the area where he is lacking on. He or she is lacking on. Now, today, as a general evaluator, I am going to assist the entire meeting. And from starting from SSN to the TMOD and to all the speakers. And this I am not doing it alone. I have a team of role player who are playing a vital role today in assessing the entire meeting in different parameters. First, we have a timer. The timer will track the timing of the entire speaker one by one throughout the meeting. Now I request timer to come to stand and say the roles and responsibilities at the time.
Good morning, Toastmasters and viewers. Good morning. Good morning. I will monitor and record time for each meeting session and each speaker. I'll operate the time system immediately. So as a timer, I will monitor and record time for each meeting segment and each speaker. I will operate the time indicating to each speaker how long he or she has been talking. For prepared speeches, we have green card and repetition of 5 at 5 minutes, yellow bar at 6 minutes. and red card at 7 minutes. The speaker shall have 5 seconds to close. For every which we have green card, it will be shown at 1 minute, when yellow card at 1.5 minutes and red card at 2 minutes. The speaker shall have 30 seconds more to close. For evaluation section, we have green card, it will be shown at 2 minutes, yellow card at 1.5 minutes, and red card at 3 minutes. The speaker shall have 30 seconds more to close. In addition, I shall signal the president of Toastmaster and head of Toastmaster and G with red card when they have reached their allotted time. When you call them by G, I shall command to super second time it. I shall also present all numbers for you. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we have Grammarian. The Grammarian will take part of the grammar part of your speeches. Now I request Grammarian TM Jitendra to say the roles and responsibilities as a Grammarian. TM Jitendra. Just give the form.
Thank you very much, General Manager. Good morning, Toastmasters and guests.
Good morning.
Good morning.
As a grammarian, I shall listen to everyone's word usage and note down any awkward and misuse of language. For example, a singular verb with plural subject, 1 in 5 children wear glasses, should be 1 in 5 children wears glasses. A pronoun misused, no one in the choir sings better than her, should be no one in the choir sings better than she. I shall also report creative language usage. As word master, I propose amenable as the word of the day for today. Amenable means happy to accept something, willing to be influenced by somebody or something. For example, the usage in a sentence would be that I am amenable to the feedback provided to me. So with this, I hand over the stage back to the
Thank you. Now we have the bar counter who will be taking down the track that you are speaking today. Now I request Jitendra to say the roles and responsibilities as a account.
Good morning, Toastmasters and guests.
Good morning.
As a half counter, I shall take note of such words such as where, but, so, and no. Sounds such as am. Repeat words such as I, or this is. In addition, I shall listen to everyone who long pauses used as fillers, not as the necessary part of sentence structure. When called upon by general evaluator, I shall present my view. Thank you.
Thank you. So these are the 3 parameters whom which are developing the entire meeting. Along with this, I will developing the entire meeting, how the entire meeting goes on from the starting to the end. Thanks. And I request you to come and take this.
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. When I just learned about you that you're product manager and policy development,
Yeah.
I hope I'm not taking calls from your end.
Now we will do some kind of feature.
Yeah, I get a lot of calls. Alright. Now let me call the joke master for today. Do we have Abhishek, right? Anybody else would like to come and crack a joke? Okay, just let me know. Yes. Anybody who is interested to come on the stage and crack a joke? Welcome on the stage. Or a joke master.
Always a joke master.
Alright.
Once a joke master, always a joke master.
Alright.
Actually, few minutes back I met our colleague. I asked him what is the problem? You are basically slightly uncomfortable. Yeah, please. Sorry. Good. So I met my colleague and I asked him, why are you uncomfortable? Did something happen night? No, yeah, everything is fine. My wife told me that she was not feeling well.
But ask, what happened? There is a headache. He simply told her, without your headache, it means something is wrong. After that, he's telling me that from morning my whole body is itching. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Well, even your colleague was wondering what is going to talk about and when did this conversation actually happen. Nice. Thank you so much. So, we know that what all parameters we are going to be evaluated on. Let's move on to the theme. Whom are you answerable to? I will share again a story. It's real life again, my experience. When I was staying in Noida and I moved to one of my father's cousin. So she was my cousin aunt, and she has 2 years of daughter. They both are lawyers. They work on Saturdays. I was free, so I went for the weekend at them home. After that, she went to that kid. She went to the daycare. After coming back from office, they brought her back, and there was something which her teacher told my aunt, her mother. She asked her. We all were sitting. I was sitting, my aunt and my uncle, and the kid was sitting just like that. And she said, "Your teacher was saying something. What did you do? Tell me." And she was for 5 to 10 seconds. She did not respond. And then she said, just that. Her mother understood, but before I tell what she said, what do you think she said? That a 2-year-old kid. Parent can tell, actually. What does that action mean? She just pointed out to a different location of the home. What was that?
Punishment?
She, she said, well, what my aunt interpreted was that she didn't tell him there. She didn't want to speak in front of me. Right? That 2-year-old kid decided that I want to speak in front of my mother or father, but not her. So, if a 2-year-old kid can know, why do we start giving explanations and justifications to people who does not matter in life? Any one of you can share one small story that you did something like that, but after that you thought that person did not deserve my explanation. Anyone outside family. Let's move it. Let's not touch the families because it's a sensitive matter. Anybody, any instance, think of it that you felt that okay, this explanation I gave, but I didn't need to give that.
And that happens every day with the boss.
Yes, definitely. What kind of any small conversation you want to share?
I think the everyday thing is like, why did you respond to that email at that time?
Okay. You need an explanation, but then that person is going to give you the rating. If you are concerned about the rating, you have to give the rating. That's what I'm saying. That we have to define certain set of people whom we should not think about before we go ahead and give answers to them. Right?
Can I add something?
Yes, please.
Generally, what happens that general tendency whenever we have to reach somewhere and by chance we are late, we started giving reasons. Traffic jam happened, this happened, that happened. But actually, every time need not to give explanation. No, we simply say that I am late and sorry.
Yes, please.
So one day actually I went to my home. So I didn't tell to my mother that I'm going home. So my mother was sick. So I thought I'll go there and I will work also from there itself. So that day, when I was coming, after 2 days, I was coming there on Monday. So my boss called me and was like, where are you? Are you coming back to work? So I was a bit late around like 1 o'clock. So I leave around like 1 o'clock. So he said like, you should have told me that before you are going to, take it. You should have told me so that
Right.
I was speaking to other
Right.
other stuff.
Yeah. Right.
So I could have been multiple, clearly we can uniform for you. And I'm working at home, right? If I'm working at home, I do my periodic and I can work from home.
Right.
So I feel good that one time. And then I discuss with my boss.
Right.
I should not have service.
Nice, nice. Yes, please.
So 3 years ago, I had a report. I extend my Swift car with a Millennium car.
Okay.
My office colleagues, they started asking, why did you buy a Millennium from Swift? Because it was a
Yeah.
similar car. You should have bought
Yeah.
some SUV
True,
or
true,
something.
true.
Why I'm answerable to them?
Hmm.
It's my decision.
Yes. So in that scenario, what's your good name? Toastmaster
Ummed.
Ummed. Toastmaster Ummed, you just said that I don't want to give an answer to him. But do you think you have started this habit earlier? You gave an answer to him earlier when you wanted.
No, I mean, actually, it was an awkward question.
It was an awkward question at that moment. See, what I'm trying to say is that we answer similar question at one point of time when we are in good mood. But at some point of time, we are in a different state of mind. We have a different set of emotions.
Emotions actually is changed.
And the same person with the same question does not make any sense to you. So sometimes, what will you do? What should I do? My mother is a homemaker. She is MA English, and she talks about my project, my coding thing, and everything. What do you do? So what should I tell you? Should I say you won't understand? I won't tell you. I am answerable to her, right? So I should be prudent enough to give an answer because she does not. She also knows that she will not understand, but she is expecting an answer. That is fine. The situation that is there, which you explained. And again, of course, I have moved from Android to iPhone. Why should I be scrutinized for that? No, right? So we will talk more about this. Let's move to the
I have
prepared.
one observation.
Yes, yes,
There may be a difference between the one who wants to understand the situation versus the person who is questioning the situation. When someone is questioning the situation, you may not be able to answer. You may not be answerable to him or her. But if someone is looking forward to learning from the situation, then you may explain the person in detail. So, you can look at it.
Definitely,
So I
definitely.
think not that only because sometimes people make the mindset.
Right.
Just I will just share an example. My colleague has purchased one 47 or nothing and that was related to elections.
Right.
So ask him, where are purchasing this paper?
Right.
Because actually at the end of the day, you see that the ground clearance is 36 inches.
Right. Right.
So whenever you go, and what happens every time, actually they have to do speed, in fact, and they, but he told me, stop that. Why can't you understand stuff?
Right.
You know, but actually what happens, you know, yeah, you can't understand the comfort, what you, question is not about comfort.
Yeah.
Question is at the end of the day, you are not, once you go to the school, let us go to the Yamuna Expressway. Are you going to the Yamuna Expressway? No. Are you coming from the Noida?
Right.
You are coming from, you know the road condition, you know the bus and all this thing. Despite it. But what happens sometimes people basically actually they already their mindset is that they haven't come by this way.
Right.
If you do the one more explanation, they can't listen or they basically ignore.
Questions can come from any route, and answers can also come from any route. So that is some which we are talking about, that who is asking the question and whether we found that question relevant or not, right? But then you thought that you want explanation to your friend, so you went on with that, right? So let's move on to the prepared speeches. I know you will have a lot of things to talk about because I always pick themes based on the questions that come in my mind. And I know that this is a similar scenario that will happen in your mind. And going forward, maybe we can, have a little bit. I'm so sorry, our counter. I mean, if you know a lot. Uh, I don't know whether you will note it down, but yeah, we will figure out. We will think about it, or maybe we can discuss that how to define those people, how to define those set of people whom we should always be answerable to. At least not the right one, but something should be there. Okay, let me call the first prepared speaker for today. But before, who is, well, I will give his introduction. He is Toastmasters since September 2018. BTech Textile Technology, buyer at X Corporation in Inc. 2 times President MCDC. Wow. Hobbies walking and traveling. Walking and traveling. So you travel.
Travel by walking.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. Thank you so much. Pathways is persuasive influence. And but before I call him, I would call his evaluator Toastmaster Ganesh on the stage.
Thank you.
Round of applause,
Toastmaster Tapesh is going to deliver this speech 3.2.4, and it's basically persuasive influence. And the purpose statement of the speech is the purpose of this project for the member to deliver a speech with awareness of intentional and unintentional body language, as well as to learn, practice, and refine how he uses non-verbal communication when delivering a speech. So I'm sure that you all must have seen the movie called Pushpa. So you might see some similar to that today also. And I wish all the best Tapesh for his speech.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ganesh. Well, I believe we have a lot of tongue twisters here for me. Tapesh. Right. All right. So let's call Toastmaster Tapesh on the stage with a round of applause. Face the fear, Toastmaster Tapesh.
Inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action brings confidence and courage. Dale Carnage. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. I understood the real value of these words in past 2 days when I was preparing for this speech. It's been almost 2 years since I gave my last prepared speech. And last week, I mustered the courage to raise my hand and say, I want to take speech. But since then, I have been thinking what to speak. I thought I would utilize my driving time from home to office, office to home, to think about something and I'll prepare. But the week passed, and then I thought Saturday is there. I'll do it, like I have always done. And came Saturday. I woke up, sitting on the chair, sitting on the couch, lying on the bed, just thinking, what should I speak? And all the family members who are observing me are thinking, what wrong has happened with him? Until I explained them, it's a speech, and I need my time. And by the evening, when I was about to sleep, my wife asked me, you look so stressed. Is it because of me? I said something. And I thought I should utilize this opportunity to say, yes, it's you. But then I thought, I need a good sleep. So I changed my mind. Early morning. You know what time I woke up? 4 a.m. My dream time. And as soon as I woke up, I thought, what is it? And I'm not feeling lazy, and I woke up at 4, and I realized it's speech. But then brought a question. Should I deliver speech every day? That will help me wake up. But then I thought we are not meeting so often. I can deliver, but we are not meeting every day. By 4:30, I was upstairs, having the fresh air. Because I thought with fresh air comes fresh ideas, as our parents and grandparents have told us. And I started thinking again, what is it that I should talk about? And I started thinking, and then I thought, let's talk about this only. Let's talk about the fear. You won't believe, yesterday I thought 10 times to send a message that I want to back out. Not directly, of course indirectly. I'll have a stomach ache for all those reasons. But then I thought, no, I'll go for it. And here I am. What's the learning out of it? I think the learning for me face the fear. For 2 years, I was reluctant. I was just running away from giving any speech or taking any role. But then, last week, I mustered the courage and took the role and delivering a speech. It has given me that confidence that I'm feeling now. And it's not only me, I think all of us has some kind of fear within us. It's just that we keep on delaying and delaying and delaying. And what we need is to move from inaction bucket to the action bucket. We need to act. And the second learning for me was stick to the commitment. If you have committed, no matter what, just go and deliver. I was having vague ideas. Probably I'll do push-ups over here. I'll just utilize the time. But then, of course, that's not a speech. So, at the end, what I would like to say and urge to all of you, probably after this meeting, think about your fears, pick one of them, and act on it. Because it is only the action that can bring the confidence and courage that you're looking for. Thank you.
We'll observe 1 minute of silence for you to mark the evaluation for the speaker. Can you please notify at the end of 1 minute, please? Somebody send the link of evaluation.
It's on the group.
I'm unable to locate it. Thank you so much. Now it's time to call our second speaker for the day. Well, I am reading his introduction and I am figuring out the things which I don't have from these and I want. Well, he is a PhD in Agriculture and Entomology, PG DTM Marketing and Strategy, Six Sigma Master Black Belt, Diploma in Instructional Design. Now let's come to the hobbies. Certified yoga teacher, pursuing diploma in training and development. Again, wait, please. National head corporate partnerships and capability development in FMC India. Now coming to his Toastmasters journey, 2 times president for MCTC, VP education, MCTC, passionate about reading, music and public speaking. His pathways is effective coaching. Well, he's already pursuing diploma in training and development, so I think he's on the right path. Let me call his evaluator first. The evaluator for Toastmasters Bakul Joshi is Toastmaster Ashish Lal. Please come on the stage and read out the objectives for the speaker.
So as mentioned by Mrs. Toastmaster that TM Bakul is delivering this speech from a part called Effective Coaching 3.7. And the purpose of this speech is for the member to practice the skills needed to connect with an unfamiliar audience
Or topics.
or topic.
Or topic to the audience.
Yeah. Time given to him is 5 to 7 minutes. I wish him all the best in his speech.
Toastmaster Bakul, relations from Lanka, Toastmaster Bakul.
Just one minute. Instead of Bakul music, you can say Darpan Mola Bakul music.
Okay, I'll end his speech with that.
We will
What if you go out of fuel for months together and you cannot move anywhere? What if at all you have to sleep hungry for days together? What if you have to buy vegetables 10 times the price of the vegetables? What will happen to you? What will happen to your family? Dear fellow Toastmasters and some of the guests, an entire country and millions of people sleeping in hunger for days together for last so many months. The country has run out of fuel. There is a skyrocketing inflation the country has been facing. Country is in a debt trap. There is no money to buy fuel. And that is the situation our neighboring country, Sri Lanka, is passing through. Do you know the reasons? Does anybody know the reason? Yes, sir?
broadly there are three reasons. The civil war pre-2009, and the country started expanding after 2009, so they took a lot of debt.
Okay.
And their external debt from countries like China, as compared to GDP, went up. So that was one of the reasons. The second one was COVID-19.
Yeah.
Because the lockdown, we all know, economic activities across the globe contracted, including Sri Lanka. And the third is obviously organic farming, which is, I would say, is a global action. I would say global, effort. But we have to understand the unit economics also. So broadly three reasons: debt to equity, debt to GDP went up after the civil war, COVID-induced lockdown, there was not able to recover, and organic farming.
Excellent. Anything more to add?
I think in my view only one reason. It's all about leadership. The correct
It's
leader.
all about leadership. Excellent. Anything you want to add?
Sri Lanka GDP mostly dependent on the tourism, and there was a bomb blast. Because of the 15 days emergency happened and tourism was completely.
Right.
Nepotism and corruption.
Nepotism and corruption. Almost most of the reasons.
The situation happened in Sri Lanka is after the COVID time. If you look at the world, India will manage the COVID after the post-COVID period. But the Sri Lanka missed the period. Right. So this has, if the leaders has very well connected with all the senior leaders and all the cabinet ministers, then we have not seen the situation what is happening right now.
Right. So most of the things are covered. But it has been divided into two major reasons. Yesterday, there was an article in Times of India editorial page by D. Subbarao. He was the former governor of RBI. And two reasons he has given, broadly two reasons. One is fiscal indiscipline, unsustainable fiscal discipline, that is one. And second is the current account deficit. That is the second reason. Sri Lanka will take years together to come out of this crisis, to come back to the mainstream. Now, what was the reason for the fiscal indiscipline? As some of the friends and the gentleman rightly mentioned, the fiscal indiscipline happened because one was COVID, definitely pandemic had a role to play why they ran out of money. But to really recover, what mistake government did was, one, they cut taxes. So the sources of revenue started drying up. That is one thing. And second, there was a huge outlay in the form of subsidies. On one side, you do not generate revenue. On the other side, you start giving source to the people, the coffer will start getting empty. So there was a poor fiscal discipline maintained by the leadership, and that way it is a leadership crisis. That was one. Second was the current account deficit. Do you know what current account deficit is?
We buy more and we sell less.
Yes. So when current account deficit, Sri Lanka depends majorly on imports. Most of the things they have to import. Now they have to import, that means they have to pay, right? They have to pay. To offset that, they have to export equal amount by which it doesn't lead to current account deficit. But their import started increasing, but export started going down. It led to the foreign like forex reserve, which started dwindling. From 4 million, it came down to 250 million. What is the forex reserve of India today? Do you know? $600 billion. And despite that, we have $600 billion. Despite that, we are worried, right? Though we are far, far better than them. But still, it's a worrisome situation. Now, what are the reasons? One of the reasons he mentioned was pandemic. Second reason is tax cut and giving source. Third reason, I'm an agriculturist. I've done my studies in agriculture. I'm selling pesticides. The moment I use the word pesticide, you all will have a negative perception. But when they stopped pesticide usage, chemical fertilizer usage, because they did not have money, they banned all imports of chemical fertilizers and pesticides. They asked farmers to use the locally, manufactured organic fertilizers and all. Ultimately, productivity went down. There was a food crisis. Food crisis led to inflation and led to all the problems. Not only that, apart from this, what Sri Lanka leadership did was only the bilateral debt. That means they depended more on China. And China had a selfish geopolitical interest because China wants to surround India from every corner. That is the reason China gave huge debt for the infrastructure in Sri Lanka. But Sri Lanka could not make profitable use of that infrastructure. Ultimately, total debt of $45 billion, around $8 billion, the Sri Lanka has to pay to the China. And now China is not restructuring loan. And one more thing, very, very interesting thing is, it was a bilateral loan. Sri Lanka never wanted to go to IMF. Do you know the reason why? IMF was ready to give loan to Sri Lanka, but they did not want to take it. Do you know why? There was a $2.5 billion sanction, and IMF stopped at $2.3 billion. Remaining amount they did not disburse to China. Do you know the reason why? The reason is the leadership, as Bhanu rightly mentioned, leadership has to give a complete account as to where the country is spending money. And because the country leadership wanted to spend money in a sketchier areas, they cannot provide complete detail to the IMF, and that is the reason they did not want to go to IMF. So ultimately, what happened when there is a corrupt leadership, there is no vision, and when central bank is not independent, it leads to all this problem. My dear friends, be it a country or an individual, if you do not have your fiscal discipline, if you are not disciplined well, if you not manage your finances well, it is not the country which can collapse. Even individuals can also collapse. So think of your finances and pay taxes on time and make right investment and savings for the rainy days to survive in a tougher situation. Over to you.
Please take 1 minute of silence and please mark the feedback for the speaker in your form. 1 minute is up. But for a moment there, I thought that probably everyone in this room will stand with Bakul and say, yes, yes, you are, you're right. I mean, that was the impact of your speech. So great job done and thank you so much. Well, I am not into news, so speeches like these and conversations like these are my news. So I don't want to go through the whole article. I will listen to the 5 to 7 minute speech. Thank you so much. Now let us move to. So Abhishek, are you ready with your joke? Do you want to come and give your joke here? Deliver it? Okay, come. Let's have a round of applause. Yeah. Let's welcome Toastmaster Abhishek Rai. He is Toastmaster since July 2022. CA final student, working as article training video India LLB, and his hobbies are learning new skills, traveling new places. Toastmaster Abhishek.
So, I don't have many jokes, but I got one or two. So, husband asked to wife asked to husband, have you got your lunch? The wife just repeated, have you got the lunch? Husband asked, why are you repeating me? The wife said, why are you repeating me? Then husband said, uh, then wife said, let's go to shopping. The husband said, no, I had a lunch. And the next one is a father goes to a doctor, said that my son has swallowed a key. Then the doctor asked him, when did he swallow the key? He said 10 days ago. Why are you coming after 10 days? Why shouldn't you come just the right moment when he swallowed the key? Then the father said, I got actually a duplicate key, but that was lost today. So I
Well, I see a lot of people in this room have a hobby is traveling. So why don't you conduct a meeting in a bus and make a trip out of it? You can do that, right? I can see everybody I'm introducing as a traveler, so you can conduct a meeting in a bus.
We can have an outside meeting
Right. All right. Let's call the table topic master for today. He is the member since May 2022. Another CA, but not a student, but an working one. He's working with Deloitte. His hobbies are and playing guitar. So he is the one who has to carry the guitar for Antakshari, okay, to remember. So let's call Toastmaster Rhythm Khandelwal on the stage.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good morning.
I will be the table topic master for the day. So, for the guest, what is table topic session? That you have to. It's a impromptu speaking. You have to. You will be. You will be given a topic. You have to come and speak for 1 to 2 minutes. Timer will note down the timings. Timer will show the green card on 1 minute. Timer will show the amber yellow card on 1.3 minutes, and will show the red card on 2 minutes. What are the benefits of impromptu speaking? Can anybody tell me?
As DTM Nimisha mentioned, if you sleep in the meeting and your boss asks me, you have a explanation to give.
So, impromptu speaking helps in your ability to think over feet, building your confidence, and speaking on some unusual instances and unusual situations. So I can. There are some approaches for impromptu speaking. One of the approaches is OREO approach. OREO stand for opinion, reason, then example, and opinion. You have to start. You can start your impromptu your table topic with your opinion, then you can give your some reasons for your opinion. Then you can connect with some example with your with your personal experiences. Then you can summarize in the last. So this can be one of the approach, and try to use the word of the day, that is amenable.
Amenable.
Yeah, amenable. Yes.
Amenable. Amenable.
So I have a theme for the table topic session. I have some items from my home, and I will pick an item from the bag. I will call a name or any volunteer. He will come up to the stage and try to sell that item to the best price, to the highest price as possible to the audience. So any volunteer?
We try.
And you have to be creative, and you can tell about the benefit, or you can connect any story like that. You have to sell it.
Thank you. How many of you remember this? How many of you have used it? There are so many people who have not raised their hand.
Just out of fear that you ask question.
No, I have used multiple times. No denial. See, why this is important? When we didn't have electricity, grinder, and the country where we live, we have a lot of spices. This was one source which was adding flavor to our food. Our forefathers developed a lot of herbs and they used in the food, and this was one of the medium how we were mixing it and using it as point number one. The other point, this also tells a different kind of spices. They are mixed together and we come with a very excellent flavor. And that's what's happened in life as well. The different perspective, the different kind of people come into your life, and if you mix together, you build a wonderful relationship. The third point about this modern pestle. Oh, it is also named very beautiful letter. You know what is this? Home. This is a powerful word. The only thing which I would like to say, home has to be written not in the bottom, it should be on the top. Guys, this is going to be useful. I told you, right? Would you like to buy it? How many of you would like to buy it? 1, 2, 3, 4. This will enhance your relationship. This will enhance your relationship not only with your friends, with your wife. You help, to carrying good food. Please take it. And for today, there would be discount as well. There would be discount. So maybe after this meeting, you can come and give you on this just 10% price, because I am interested in your well-being and your happiness.
Very well presented. Yeah. You have taken the thing to another level. All right. Any other volunteer?
First, you have to understand the product.
This jar, which you would like to have in your kitchen, it has a special Santa branding also with that statement. Oh, oh, oh! It will make you happy when you keep it in your kitchen or wherever you like. You keep it at your desk. Keep your edibles like toffees, chocolates, condiments in it, and use it. And especially for the men, if you bring it, if you take it, buy it today, and take it to your home, your wife or your partner will love it. And especially ladies, you must have fallen in love with it already. And if you take it, and see the features of it. It has sealable latch, which you can latch it and close it. So it should remain airtight. Keep the ingredients safe from insects or fresh. You can keep it tea or sugar or anything which is amenable to you. Also, it will keep moisture out and keep your ingredients safe and fresh. You can use it to put sugar, tea, and whatever you like. You can keep your toffees, chocolates, and enjoy it. And to see the color, the green color, everyone is moving towards moving green. So throw out those plastics and keep this. This is made of. It's not made of plastic. It is made of China. Not the this is ceramic China, bone China, not the that plastic China. Okay. So, who wants to buy it today? I want to put an option. Give me the best price, and who wants to buy it? Then, don't even think about it.
Auction starts.
The best price is 100 rupees. Now, okay, anyone? 100? 120, yeah. So, whoever wants to make their partner happy, take it today.
I have something interesting for you. You have to think and explain.
Good morning, everyone. Let me start with a small story. What you see here was built in Himalayas. A team of 50 villagers. They worked for more than 200 hours just to create this offering for one. Now, how do they make it? While on face value, it looks like a souvenir that everyone goes there and they give it to the people who are traveling there. But you see the sound that it will create. It will help you to meditate. It will give you vibes of Himalayas, as if you are meditating there. So this device has been beautifully crafted and curated only for people who want to meditate and come to the plains from Himalayas. I am not here to just sell this product. I wanted to tell you a small story behind this product. It was made and curated by 50 villages. 50% of whatever profits we make by selling this product will go to villages. So we want to make sure that the entire ecosystem gets benefit from this technology. So number one, you can use it to meditate at home and feel like you are in Himalayas. The second one is it could be used as a souvenir that you had gone there and when you came back, you took it along with yourself. And the third benefit and you can gift it to your children. They can play with this device. Right? So I would like to again start with the auction. Buyers for this. Who want to buy this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Very nice. What about the price?
Please price. What is the price?
This is priceless. You see, I can help you. Thank you. Just had to think something.
There is one more. Yes. Yes. No. There is one more. Yes.
One more.
You have to think, creative.
Good morning, friends. Good morning. So I am from Selu TV. We have got a very niche product for you today, and the product is just like a showpiece. But what it has also inside this, if you can see, there are 4 compartments. And in these compartments, what you can actually keep, especially for ladies, Raksha Bandhan is coming up. So you can actually keep your stuff like roli, your chawal, and maybe a compartment for Rakhi as well. So this is like a multi-purpose box which you can use for any festive occasion. As I said, Rakhis are coming, even on Diwali you can use it. Or maybe after all the festivals are gone, you can also keep it and use it in your kitchen. And you can keep some small herbs or spices like saffron and all that, which is normally very costly. By the way, this box is also airtight, so it will help keep your herbs fresh as well. My opinion, I would want to gift it to my wife for sure. I'm not sure about you. If you want to experience it, you can. Sir, please.
Oh yeah, it's very good.
Yeah. How about you? Very nice. Yeah, great. So people are, as you can see, people are liking it. It's limited stock, running out. So please again an auction. Please bid it as soon as you can. Only five pieces in stock. And one for you. I should keep it. Thank you guys.
Even I don't know, that you tell me about uses of this. Even I didn't know about it. It is just a wooden coaster.
Yes, yes.
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 Come on,
Yes,
come on, come on. Come on. Just don't go ahead.
Just create any story.
Okay, so hello guys. Welcome all. So as we have, I think we have all started working from office now, and we have lots of paper on our desk, and we don't know how to manage this. And suddenly our boss came, and then, oh my gosh, Subhi, why these papers are not all on like lying here and there? So this is a stone, which help us to just gather the paper. We can put this stone on our paper, and we can like impress our bosses by cleaning our desk clean, obviously. Also, how we can use this? We can use this on our home also. Like if you are like putting something on your table, you're working from home also, as it's a hybrid model right now. So you can use that in your office working table also. So I can see there are lots of people who are obviously in service sector. So who is going to purchase this? Tell me. Just to impress your boss, just to have a lifestyle, just to manage your papers and everything.
I want to buy it to get my boss.
Sorry, sir, not for that use only, obviously. So let me have auction of this. What price you guys can give this for this?
What is the best price?
Let's skip 100 because I think our bonuses are still pending. 100. Anyone else? Thank you.
More time?
Okay.
Good morning, Toastmasters.
Good morning.
So this is what? Jhumka. But this is not a normal jhumka. This is the jhumka from this is the jhumka of Padmavati. She used to wear, and this is the antique piece. Let me tell you. So, and Government of India has also announced a deduction. Whosoever buys will not pay income tax for the entire life. So now tell me who want to buy this. So you don't want to buy and get exemption.
After buying, there won't be any income.
So I don't disclose that. Minimum base price. Okay. So this is the antique piece. And this is the pure gold. Let me tell you. This is 24 karat gold. You can check, sir.
Can you please look against the wall?
Yeah, sure. You can check. You can get. It is also certified, and so pure gold, ancient, it's ancient antique piece. So, and there is a Government of India is also announced a reduction that whosoever buys it will not be liable to pay income tax for the entire year. He will be exempted from wealth tax also. And so, people whosoever wants to buy, the base price for this is. The base price for this antique piece is 50 lakh rupees, and bidding is not here. Bidding will start online, and you have to fill your PAN number, you have to register, and then bidding will start at 6 p.m. today. Please start bidding in our group, MCTC group. Thank you.
Very innovative tax savings jhumka from Okay. Who would like to come?
Value option.
Can you hear the sound?
Yes.
And do you like it?
Yes.
So there is a huge demand. You all people like it, right? You can check it. What is this? Can you check it, sir?
Yeah. Yeah, it's good, but I don't want to buy.
Can you try it? It may be helpful for your kid. Ganesh? It is good, right? So there is a huge demand, right? And you know, if you will like hit like this again and again, your baby will, you know, keep himself very silent. You know, nowadays actually, I guess most of us have baby, right? And they are making a lot of noise, right? When somebody, you know, comes at our home, right? We are not able to make him quiet. He makes a lot of, you know, noise. He cries. So for to keep your baby quiet, to make your baby in kind of like peace, you can use it. If he will use it, then what will happen? he will play with him. He will hit him like this, and he will think that like somebody is with me. So he'll play with this. So he will not come and interfere in your conversation with somebody else. So it is going to be very helpful. So why don't you buy it? So there is a base price and it's very cheap. Can you guess how much it costs? It's a bit higher side, sir. And you can see a lot of colors are there, right? A lot of, it's unique piece. So it costs around $200. So anybody want to buy it?
Only 50% discount.
See, there is only 10% discount. You can get it, but it is going to be helpful. It will create value for your, house.
For one also who wants to have kids.
Yeah. Is it? I don't think so. I mean, it's a unique one. So anybody who want to buy it, then after the meeting, will come to me and have it. Thank you. Over to you.
Very well presented. I can understand your TV tried a lot. All right. Guest? Anyone from guest?
Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes.
Easy, right? Yeah, I have some easy item left.
Hello, good morning everyone. Actually, this is a teddy bear, little cute teddy bear, and I also like teddy bear. Okay, so this is an red and brown color, and yeah, this is a cute little tiny eyes there. So yeah. Would you like to buy it?
Yeah.
Because I also actually
What's the price?
yeah.
Price. It's not
Sorry.
the
Would like to buy it. So how much the price will be?
200 bucks.
How much?
No, it has a tag.
Yeah, you can see.
Yeah.
It is imported and you can
$50.
bargain.
Yeah.
$50.
Sorry. How much dollar do you pay? How much dollar do you want? 70?
It's important.
It's a, yeah.
$200.
So, thank you so much.
Anyone who have not spoken yet, not taken the rules, thank you all for
So it's all about the things which Toastmaster couldn't figure out from his home. So he brought him for all of you to tell me what are all these. Nice, nice. Alright, so let's move back quickly to the theme. We have a little bit time as I can see in the agenda. And to all those who came late, how many of you are now aware about the theme we are talking about? Whom are you answering? So have you identified any person apart from your family member or yourself that in this much time, it's more than 1 hour, we have been talking about this stuff. Any new thing that came up to your mind, that something which you, a revelation which you had right now.
So, yeah, just not the person, also the situation in which whether the same person on the same a different topic, whether I am answerable to or not. So, my colleague, if he asks me the relevant question about the work, I am answerable to him. But if he asks something which is not related to work and which I don't want to answer, so I am not answerable.
So they have to define your areas where you want to answer. Whom do you want to answer about what? Okay.
Even the somebody who who with who you are generally answerable for everything, but as a practice, one thing I don't answer to my wife. If I keep even phone on a table, not 90-degree or maybe 180-degree place is made, so civil object. I want to I prefer to be quiet. So they keeps on. So when to answer, when not to answer, even the relationship is good. You have
So
to
that means that it also depends on how long have you been in that relationship with that person. Right? If you have been with colleague for like 4 years, probably you have that bond with them. You might want to share some personal things. Okay, let me tell you. Please go ahead and then after I will tell one.
Because I mean, my view, I am answerable. In fact, I think that I am answerable to everyone. Be it universe, be it my nation, be it society, be it my office colleagues, be it my family. I am answerable, provided in the right respect. As in office, I am answerable or I am responsible for my team development. I am on the upper side. I am responsible. I am answerable to my boss for whatever work I have. In my family, I am answerable to my kids. I am answerable to my parents. Right? Right. So, in my view, that you are answerable to this. I mean, to everyone, including the environment.
Yes.
Right.
Indeed. We are answerable. So, can we say that we are answerable to all those people who have invested in our lives? Starting from your parents, then your spouses, partners, brothers, sisters, friends with you from like last 10 years. Have you ever stopped yourself giving an answer to a person who you think deserved an answer, but we are not giving? Sometimes, right? Why? Because we ourselves doesn't know the answer. That doesn't mean if my friend is asking me why you are upset. We don't need counselors if we are able to figure out that yes, something is okay with us. Try to answer. When you will speak, you'll figure out yourself what the problem is. So don't think that this is a situation, I'm not answerable to this person. If that person is there in your life, invested their time, let's keep the finances aside. If they have invested their time.
You need to say that you should answer to all questions.
No, I'm talking about human beings. I'm talking about whom you're answering. All those who has invested in your life. If you think they are stakeholders, then definitely you are right. Yeah. So sometimes people don't answer the parents. I mean, oh, you are now, many of you are married, your parents, you can feel that your kids does not give you an answer. But you deserve an answer. You can sit with them, you can talk to them. And then people around you have invested, they deserve an answer. Just tell them. If you think they understand, just tell them. Don't tell this, don't stop your thought process by saying, am I answerable to this person or am I not? Right? So it's a debatable thing. We just have to figure out the relation which we have with that particular person and human being in our life. Just speak up. Speak up. Try. If I feel that I don't want to give an answer to him, I probably will give an answer to him. Right? So let's just think a lot about it, figure out, have some filters, and for some, let's not have any filters. Alright, and let's move to the journal evaluation section where all the evaluators will come to know our feedback, positives, and the areas where we can work on. So I would like to call the journal evaluator on the stage. He is Toastmasters since February 2022. His bachelor's of technology and hobbies. Yes. So over to you, Toastmasters.
In Toastmaster or in general, I can say, feedback is the breakfast of the champion. And if I look in our surrounding, and many great personalities and many legends, they have become legends because of they keep assessing themselves in the entire area and keep improving themselves from his past and keep learning from the past and from the and keep assessing events and keep analyzing the big point and working on that big point. They have improved and become legend in that field. If I talk about Sachin Tendulkar, I heard that whenever Sachin gets out, he used to go and watch the entire session from the starting. What is the big point that gets him out in that match? And then he analyzes both on that big point, before that entire area where he keep getting out again and again on the next match. So after working on that, he becomes one of the best batsmen. That's the thing that many people used to think that getting him Sarin now become like a dream for many of the bowlers in a cricket match. Like I asked if I go to the Sohaib Akhtar, one of the speeches, he said that my dream is to also Sachin Tendulkar because he's one of the toughest batsmen I have ever seen. And it's happened because Sachin has worked on this big point and keep it off. And it is happening because he keeps assessing and analyzing his entire performance again and again. So now, today, we are doing the same. We are working on assessing our speaker and helping him, guiding him, informing him the big point where he is lacking. So now I ask the evaluator, first evaluator, who will TM Ganesh to come over there and evaluate the TM Ganesh.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Face the fear. How many of you got ideas how to face the fear? Perfect. What a fabulous speech it was, isn't it?
Yes.
So let me ask two questions from you. After how many years speaker delivered the speech here?
2 years.
Perfect. And how many times did speaker think to back out and cancel the speech? Absolutely right. Let's give a round of applause to all those people in the right. So in all speeches, the audience try to find out what's in it for me. Agree?
Yes.
And I'm sure that in this speech, everyone found what's in it for me. And they found that how to face the fear. And the three things, even though there was many things where the speaker excelled here, but the three things that I would like to specifically talk about, one was the great stage movement and the body gesture. Example, driving car. So he was moving his hands to reflect that he was driving the car. Second, he came to this position and said, give it sitting posture, isn't it? Third one was, for during the entire speech, the speaker used the stage very wisely. So at one point of time, he was delivering speech from here, and he came here, and he came here, and at end he concluded his speech from this point, this place. Second thing that I really liked about this speech was the great sense of humor. How many of you would agree with me?
Yeah.
The discussion with his wife, the discussion with his family members, isn't it?
Yeah.
The third thing that I really liked about the speaker, and this is the quality of all old Toastmasters, the confidence level that they do have and the comfort level that they do have to deliver the speech was awesome. And that's a learning for all the members. But as we say that with every good speech, there are few improvement areas that we need to see. And frankly speaking, when Toastmaster Tapesh was delivering his speech, I was struggling to find out what can be the improvement areas that he can take to the next speech. And then I got the point. The point was timing. Toastmaster Tapesh would have used 5 to 7 minutes, but unfortunately, he used only less than 5 minutes of his time, allotted time. So this is one of the improvement area that speaker need to think about. And the second improvement area, which is related to this only, that shows that the speaker had less time to prepare his speech. To summarize, good sense of humor, great stage movement, good hand gestures, and good confidence. But with the better time management and better preparation, I am sure that speaker can take his speech to the next level. Over to you, Toastmasters.
Thanks, Ganesh, for the wonderful revolution. Now I request Ashish to come over here and evaluate the TM Bakul.
Well, since the speech was connecting with the audiences, and there were a lot of call of action at the end of the speech. Just want to understand, highlight the two call for actions that the speaker has shared with you. Two calls for action.
To manage your finances.
Perfect. First of all, let me appreciate the speaker for delving deep down on Lanka's fiasco and taking learning out of it and sharing with everybody. So, second, since your speech was informative as well as persuasive in nature, you did splendid job by asking right questions with the audiences and taking their opinions right from the start till the end of the speech. So I appreciate you for that. You started your speech first asking the question like, what if you go out of fuel for entire month? What if you all go hungry for entire month? So at the beginning of your speech, you've been successful in terms of engaging your audience. Then you started taking the opinion, and as you went to the main part of the speech, you divided the entire opinion into two parts: fiscal deficit and current account deficit. And from there on, you explained these two topics elaborately. Audience participation was clearly seen during the speech. Everybody was participating. Talking to your body language was up to the mark. It was relatable to the content that you were delivering. Secondly, the stage movement, you used the entire stage and created an impact. Couple of recommendations for me. I feel since the topic was little technical in nature, you were talking about fiscal deficit, current account deficit. So I felt that a section of audiences were participating, but one section of the audience were not fully engaged. At least you could have identified those audiences and could have taken their opinion as well. Second recommendation that I would like to make here is that you could have used charts or graphs or even pictures to show the aftermath of Sri Lanka fiasco, just to have a subconscious connect with the audience. But I feel overall, I found your speech engaging, full of learning, and with clear call to action. Had you put these points that I have mentioned, would have created an impact in the speech. I wish you all the best for your next speech.
Thanks for the such amazing solution of game. And now, as a general evaluator, I will going to evaluate the entire meeting. But before evaluating the entire meeting, I have to follow my team player who are going to assess the entire speaker and the session on three parameters. First, we have the timer. So I request timer TM Ummed to come over there and say the timing.
So good afternoon, dear Toastmaster and guests. Good afternoon. So time is what we want most, right? But what we use first is again time. So time, we never consciously use it. We try to use it randomly, but consciously we are not able to keep keep on with the timing, like how do we need to save it, how do we need to use it. You must have seen the cases here in today's meeting. Okay, so I'll just help you, how our meeting went on with the time. So where we left and where we okay. So I'll start with the Sa. So Sa started his role as a Sa, and then he was within the time limit. Presiding officer also within the time limit. Team was allotted around 20 minutes. She was able to finish within the time limit. And job master. So there were two job master today. So both of them were within the time limit. We had two speakers, TM Tapesh and TM Bakul. So TM Tapesh was almost like on the verge of under the time limit, but he finished his speech at by 4 minutes and 5 seconds. Bakul sir took a lot of questions, and because of that, he overshot the timing. He was over the time limit. So he finished his speech 8 minutes 30 seconds. Oh. So I guess he's so like his speech was awesome. The kind of content he used was great. So, but still he was able to close the time limit. So he will miss, I guess, his award first time in last, I guess, 1 year.
Yeah, that's okay.
Because whenever he comes here, he always win, from table topic section, like most of the people who are within the time limit. So this is from my side. Over to you.
Now I request TM Bhanu to come over here and say the report on the Grammarian.
Thank you, sir, General Manager. To be very honest with you guys, I have been part of Toastmasters for past 3 years, and I have found every time Grammarian role the most difficult role there. Especially for someone like me who has barely passed in grammar in his school days. But coming to the Grammarian's report today, I have tried my best. So there is some areas where we can improve. For example, someone said, "Is something happen?" It would be, "Does something happen?" Tell my boss wasn't passed, so it would be told my boss. A awkward question. So article mistakes, an awkward question. Basically is persuasive influence. So the pathways is persuasive influence. Brought the question. I brought the question. The good usage that I found today was brought up the question. It is he brought a question. It should be brought up the question. So good usage is prudent enough to encourage to answer, looking forward to learn from the situation, inaction bucket to action bucket, noble effort, and niche product. And the observation that I found in Grammarian and whatever I have found, that the major mistakes we do is in the plural part. So when there's a singular part, we usually say it plural, and when it's plural, we usually say it singular. The second area that I found we majorly do the mistakes are with the pronouns. But I synergize with you all with this mistake because I have done this in the past. But this is my observation for the guests and for the members, that coming to the stage is a difficult thing. Every time the voice in your head is saying that do not stop, because when you stop, it will be awkward. What do people think? So coming to the stage is difficult part. But as you will keep on coming back, you will keep on coming back, you will start getting calmer, you will start getting confident, and slowly your grammar mistakes will reduce, your arguments will reduce. So this is my observation. Yes. Over to you.
So first of all, I will thank everyone to come over here and deliver the speech today. And the speech are full of energetic and insight. Now going to the assessment. I will. Now you guess TM so over there.
Thank you, Mr. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Ganesh. So I have a detailed report of our founder. It's pretty long for me to take this. I justify my document. So, what is the popular word of so is quietly used. Or who is the winner? Can you guess? Who speaks most in this meeting? I think it was much of the day. Yeah. So I'll start from subjected arms. Atul used but once. So 4 times you know once, half, 5 times one, long pause. Dipanshu well once, 1 time, but once. So 7 times, 6 times, 4 times. This means 1 time, and one repeat word was there, but I couldn't catch. Nimisha 4 times well, 8 times but, 32 times so, 2 times you know, 9 times 2 times 1 time 1 time long pause was there, and 1 time repeat word. But it was somebody should not get word or something. So Abhishek, generally evaluator. Initial part was good. You were flawless, but when you were presenting, calling people, so you also used so around 6 times, 2 times, 1 time long pause, and the repeat word was so 3 times repeat word, but I guess only one along with. Prashant sir, you were flawless. That's great. Tapesh, you were wonderful. Only 4 times you used so. Ganesh, you are also wonderful. 5 times so in the second part when you were evaluating the assessment skills. Ashish, 1 time well, but 2 times so, 2 times, 4 times, 1 time, and one long pause. Bakul sir, well 1 time, but 1 time, 7 times so, and after that twice. Abhishek Yogmaster, 4 times so, 3 times 1 time and you will be used 3 times. Rhythm, Toastmasters, TTM, 5 times so, 2 times you know, 12 times 1 times long pauses was 2 times. Shreya, 4 times so and 2 times long pause. Vivek, 1 time so, 3 times you read a good. Ummed, 14 times so.
14 times.
Yes. 13 times so, 3 times and 4 times repeated word was there. So we keep you so like that. Bhanu, but 1 time, so 2 times, 1 times, 2 times, and after that it was this. Guest Pawan. So what 2 times, so 3 times, 3 times, 2 times, and 2 times long pause was there. Ankit, 1 time but, 3 times so, 2 times and after that you read yourself. Subhi, so 4 times you do, otherwise you have words. And I think I couldn't note other words, but and, because, when, then, I think, I mean, right, and like. These are we use repeatedly. I think every sentences we are using these words almost to connect each other, and I think the best way to stop such words, which we can learn from Vivek, Tapesh, Bakul, and Ganesh, we can go slow, take time to speak, and that's I think learning from today's words. Thank you.
Thank you for the detail. Now coming to the entire meeting assessment part. So meeting is start on time. That's is a welcome, but then again the people has come late on the meeting and during the session going on the TMOD session is always disturbance to the speaker. Now coming to the SSL part. So I request Atul that he should ask everyone to get stand by starting the mission statement. Now coming to the TMOD session. TMOD session was wonderful and the topic that's selected whom you are answerable to make the answers full of interactive. And this interactive has been done by putting the Q&A session in the entire meeting. That makes the entire audience connecting with the topic and also keep interacting with the questioning they are coming in their mind. But and if I look at the joke master has arrived late, due to which we have replaced with some our veterinary speaker. Veterinary master, forget the name. Sorry. So what I request Abhishek that whenever you are getting late, you should just WhatsApp on the group so that people will aware that you are coming late. How you get late while coming to the meeting. Now, on the speaker side, we have two OSM speakers who have delivered wonderful speech today, and intelligent and full and fill the entire room with energy and with their speech. Now coming to the TTM role, the TTM role was pure innovative, and I am looking at the last 3 weeks, the TTM role I keep getting more innovative from the past 3. And today I learned new things that in the TTM that people have come and we start selling has started selling their selling skill over there. So this is different from the past TTM session I have on the past TTM session I attend over here. That is pure innovative. And all the person who have taken the part of the TTM role have done a great job over there. Now coming to the evolution sector, all the two evolutions, TM Tapesh and TM Ashish, has followed the CRC approach today and has they will evaluated TM Bakul and TM Tapesh. Now coming to the three role player we have the Grammarian, the account and the timer. The timer has given the well detailed report, but he has missed out the timing for every person, like how much the taking time has gone today and which area of the time we should have to improve on. Like on the evolution side, like how much time the Ganesh has taken and how much time the Ashish has taken. Now coming to the Grammarian side, the Grammarian has done a very well job today on analyzing the grammar part of the entire speaker. And same to the defender who has given detailed report on the outcome. So I can say that if I look at the entire meeting, so entire meeting has full of interactive, full of energy. All the people, all the cases have they were taking the participate in all in the TTM section today. And if I look conclude the entire meeting in one go, it is interesting, innovative. And I request everyone, just one request, come on time before the schedule is before the starting of the meeting. So that is the one request from us. So now I call TM Nimisha.
I think it's now time to call for the balance. Let's have the balance. I will request the link is there, right, to the balance, so we can start with the
But
voting.
the table topic participants' names are not correct. I think. I'll just refresh.
Yeah.
No, no, it will not. It will not. It will not. It will stay. It will show you.
We can leave the name and then you take the voting process.
Yeah.
How do we want to go ahead with the balance? How do
So
we
we have
start?
shared the form. You all can vote that they will be. It doesn't just refresh it for the table topic.
For yes, there is a QR code, you have to scan it. You can scan it.
Yes, you can scan the QR code. Thank you.
Yes, you have to scan it.
Please, please vote for all the role plays that are there on the stage.
Speakers are not for TM and speakers are not
So speaker one was Toastmaster Tapesh and speaker two was Toastmaster Bakul.
I am not qualified.
Timing for Toastmaster Tapesh was 4 minutes.
4 minutes and 5 seconds.
So both are. So both are disqualified. You can just go ahead. 4 minutes and 30 seconds is the qualified time. So we can go for the voting then for both of them.
Let's vote.
Let's vote.
So both are disqualified. Oh my God. Okay.
So you have to select.
We have to select from the
We are like
Unqualified.
And TM Jitendra is also disqualified.
So in timer, basically we do not vote. Tag vote, we doesn't consider timing.
I resubmitted no? After refreshing. Okay.
Any doubt?
Yeah, I mean, I like it.
Yeah.
So let me invite the presiding officer now. Let's bring our hands together for the president of Millennium City Toastmasters Club,
If I have to say one word for the whole meeting, I would say it was relatable. Starting from TM Nimisha's TMOD session about whom are you answerable to, I was able to relate to it so much because oftentimes I am in the situation where I say a lot more to someone who I am not answerable to, or to the people who I care about, I say less. So this happens. So I was very relating to her, and with the Toastmaster Tapesh speech, this has happened to me every time. Like there has not been a single time when I have prepared the speech in 1 week in advance. Always I try to, but it has not happened. I think there's some magic happened on the Saturday night. I don't know.
we also like that.
And same goes with Bakul sir's speech. I have heard about it. We all have heard about it in the news, but seeing him, his energy, it was just contagious about what is happening. You can see the depth of the situation the people of Lanka are facing today. And really kudos to Rhythm for the really spellbounding topics. I think a table topic master role, TTM master are actually getting the more creative in from the last 2-3 TMC. They're getting creative, they're bringing new things. It's a great thing. Since we have the voting, let's see how many of you were attentive today in today's meeting. So I have some questions. From next time we have chocolates. This time. So who was what was the profession of Nimisha's uncles and aunt?
Lawyer.
That's it. What car was bought by Prashant's friend?
Audi.
Audi model?
Q7.
Yo.
My God.
And what time did Tapesh sir wake up for his speech?
4 a.m.
Great. And what was the topic of Vivek sir?
Mortar and pestle.
Yeah. And what was written in it?
Oh.
Fantastic. And what was the base price of the jhumka sold by Atul?
50 lakhs.
Okay. So who's buying it?
Option is at 6.
Yeah. So since till we have the voting, till we have the results, let me ask for the feedback of guests and also the introduction since we didn't have in the starting. Sir, a little bit about yourself. How did you come to know about Toastmasters, and how do you like the meeting? Any suggestion you have for us?
Hi friends, this is Pawan. I had investment research function at Client Associates, one of the leading international companies. By qualification, I am MBA as a CFA from CFA to US. I have been very invested for nearly a year, and that's about myself. And I really like this meeting. I see so many things to learn from everyone. So I'm very experienced.
What is going on? So any suggestions you have for us?
No, I think I like this ecosystem, so I want to be part of it. That's okay.
Okay, yeah. So the guest, please connect with Ganesh. He will tell you about how the process of joining is. Ma'am.
Hello everyone, myself Shreya. So as a profession, I'm a company secretary and lawyer. So right now I'm working with Wipro. And about this meeting, so I really want to share this. Last year, I attended one class as a guest, but that was on conference call because that time we are working from home. But I was really not enjoyed that, sorry. But this time when I get to know one of my friends, she's president and in another corporate, by the way, Sanchita or something. So she just messaged me, Shubhi, it's now offline, you can go and join. And yesterday she messaged me, I was like, okay, I'm coming. And my decision, I'm going to join this club. I really
Thanks, Subhi. Ma'am, Shreya, your feedback.
Hello, I'm Shreya. So I have been coming here for 3 weeks, and every week I learn new things. So today, I really like your speech and Tapesh. Yeah. So every week I also think that what I will deliver next week. And everyone push me to go and deliver what you want to. Yeah. So whenever I go there, I forget everything. And, but yeah, I'm still trying to go and say something. So yeah, it is really very good for me. And thank you.
And you are also becoming a
Once again, the guest, please reach out to Ganesh or any other EC member for the joining process. Abhishek, do we have the results?
Yeah. See the ties.
So we have the results with us now. Coming to the first award, which is the Best Table Topic Speaker Award. We had many names. So any guesses you have? So anyone, any guesses?
It was the toughest one to
decide. Vivek, okay. Any other guesses?
Even Pawan, Bhanu.
It was tough.
It was very tough.
So the award goes to none other than our very own Toastmaster Vivek.
Okay.
Next is the Best Role Player Award. We have Toastmaster Nimisha as TMOD, General Developer Toastmaster Abhishek, TTM Toastmaster Reedam, and 2 joke masters today, Toastmaster Prashant and Toastmaster Abhishek. Guesses? Nimisha, okay. Any other guess? Yeah, fantastic. So we have tie today. First, best role play goes to Toastmaster Nimisha. Yeah. Out of habit. So, Toastmaster Rhythm. So, best evaluator. Next? Yeah, so next we have best evaluator. We have Toastmaster Ganesh and Toastmaster Ashish. Who do you think is going to take the certificate? Ganesh. Okay, yeah, Toastmaster Ganesh. So best speaker award. So we have only one today. Toastmaster Tapesh.
So it's good if we don't have even a topic. It's okay. You can tell the story.
So best auxiliary role player. We have three. Dipanshu, Jitendra, Ummed. Any guesses? Dipanshu. So with this, we have another big, very important award. Today, we would like to felicitate our Toastmaster of the day, DTM Nimisha, because she takes the time. She had a training for the EC members yesterday, and I could see that she was very busy with the week. But she takes us the time for giving us the time and coming up with such a great TMOD session, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So please. With this, Bhanu sir brought Golden Gavel Award for us. So this is for this year.
Last year.
Last year. Okay. So last year we won. Our club won the Golden Gavel Award. Yeah. So can you pass it? Yeah.
Because yesterday I was doing some cleaning at my home and
So you should invite Bhanu himself too.
Yeah. Bhanu sir, can you please? So for the benefit of guests, Golden Gavel is the award that is given to a club. So the club who is president distinguished, we have 10 DCB goals to achieve all the goals, and there are many things. So one of the Golden Gavel is the mark of one of the best clubs in the whole district. So our district includes the whole of North India and Nepal, Bangladesh. So this is the work of two VCs, Bhanu sir VCs and Reedam VCs.
yes.
So this is to all members.
Yeah, so this is the benchmark for us every year.
Yeah.
We should meet this criteria.
Thank you.
Okay.
So with this, we conclude our meeting. The whole EC is very amenable to your feedback.